Hello friends, welcome to our channel Shadda Adda. Today I'm going to cover one more important topic related to Java, that is how to take input from the user. And there are so many ways है ना, लेकिन जब तक आप यूजर से इनपुट न ले प्रोग्राम में तब तक मजा नहीं आता. I'm in the starting itself I am telling you that thing. Till now हमने oops की कॉन्सेप्ट स्टार्ट नहीं किए हैं. अभी तक हमने स्पूप्स के कॉन्सेप्ट स्टार्ट नहीं किए. I am just dealing with some basic things. So one of the basic thing is how to take input from the user. Okay. So before starting this lecture, please subscribe my channel अगर आपने अब तक subscribe नहीं किया है, so that you can able to get the all the updates related to my channel. So let's begin the lecture. This is the one way to take input from read input from the user. One of the way is using a scanner class. ये स्कैनर क्या क्लास क्या करती है? It provide a way, एक way provide करती है to read the input from the keyboard. Okay, so there are various way to read the input from the keyboard, or using scanner class is one of them. Okay, so scanner class is basically present in Java utility folder. Okay, so whenever you want to use that class, आप इस क्लास में कैसे यूज करेंगे? बाय इंपोर्टिंग जावा डॉट यूटिल पैकेज. ओके, सो जावा स्कैनर क्लास जो होती है दैट बेसिकली ब्रेकिंग द इनपुट स्ट्रिंग इनटू द टोकन्स. ये क्या करती है? छोटे छोटे टोकन्स में इसको स्ट्रिंग को ब्रेक करती है यूजिंग द डेलिमिटर. जो भी आपका डेलिमिटर होगा दैट इज वाइट स्पेस बाय डिफॉल्ट. तो there are so many methods है ना इस क्लास के अंदर. there are so many methods which we are going to use in order to scan something, or in order to take the input from the user or from through the keyboard. Okay, one of the method is next method. It basically take the line of string from the user and return that string to us. Okay, or indirectly we can say it basically write one token. Okay, एक एक टोकन जो आप कीबोर्ड से इंसर्ट करते हैं बेसिकली राइट करते हैं. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट मेथड इज string next line method. This string next line method scan the complete line. Okay, not only one single token, it scan the one complete line at a one go. Okay, this is to this method next integer is used to scan the integer from the user. Similarly, next long used to scan the long value from the user. Next float is used to scan the float value from the user. Next double is used to scan the double from the user. And next byte is used to scan the byte from the user. So if we talk about these functions, this is the name of function. Next line, next integer, next long, next float, next double, next byte. So how to memorize that thing? इसको memorize कैसे करेंगे? Then you can able to see that scanner class, it is a class. So the first letter of this class name is capital. So by this you can able to identify that this is the scanner class. Where this scanner class exists, it exists in Java util folder. Okay, in Java utility folder there is one scanner class, and these are the methods belongs to that class. Okay, so that mean जब भी आपको इन functions को यूज करना है तो you have to use the object of this class. मैंने अभी तक आपको ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड के कॉन्सेप्ट कवर नहीं किए, बस आज के लिए अभी के अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए, सो दैट हम अपना टास्क पूरा कर सके. अभी ये मान लीजिए कि हम इन ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज हर क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करते हैं. उस ऑब्जेक्ट के अंदर वो सारी फंक्शनैलिटी, वो सारे वेरिएबल्स होते हैं जो हम किसी क्लास के अंदर मेंशन करते हैं. ओके, और उन मेथड्स को यूज करने के लिए हमें उस क्लास के रेफरेंस वेरिएबल का यूज। ओके, सो I am explaining this method again. So this is a method. The name of method is next. Okay, this is the return type, and this is the access specifier. Access specifier indicate कि हम उसको कहाँ से access कर सकते हैं या कहाँ तक access कर सकते हैं. It is public mean you can able to access it from any place. Okay, but make sure of that thing. You have to create the object of this scanner class. With that object you can able to access these methods. Okay, so let's see one demonstration of scanner class. Now you can able to see in this program I make a demo class. Okay, in this demo class again there is the same function. The name of that function is public static void main. String R is a array which is taking string as a parameter in main function. Okay, we will see how to take the input using this arg, arg array. Okay, so I have imported java.util.scanner. Okay, import means you have included that class. Okay, now I create the object of that class. So in order to create the object, what you have to write? You have to write down the name of that class. Name of any object. I am using SC. You can use anything. SC, S1, S2, whatever you want. Okay. So it is not fixed one. You can choose any name for your reference variable. Okay. Here I am using SC is equal to new. New is keyword that is used to basically used to create the object of your class. Okay. Here this is the constructor of your class. This constructor is basically used to initialize the member variable of that class. Okay, in this I am passing system dot in का object में pass कर रहा हूँ system class का. Now again I am writing here system dot out dot print ln. This is the system class का ये क्या है एक method है print which simply print something for you. Okay, like in C you are writing printf. Similarly here we are going to make use of print ln. Okay, now enter the name. Here string as a data type, name is a variable. It is equal to sc dot next. As I told you, using this reference variable which hold the address of this object class, this class object, you can able to access the methods belongs to that class. Okay, अगर मुझे इस क्लास के मेथड्स को एक्सेस करना है तो यू रिक्वायर है object. You have to create the object. So I created the object. This statement create the object. The address of this object is held by this reference variable. Now using this reference variable you can able to access any method belongs to that class. So as I told you in the previous slide that there are so many methods like next, next int, next long. There are so many. Okay. So what I am doing here, I am simply writing here system.out.print. It simply print that enter the name. In next line, I am assigning the value written by this sc.next. It simply write the first token of your string which you are going to enter. Okay, that string is going to be assigned to your variable. Now, in next statement, again I am asking for an integer value. So using that method that belongs to scan class, I am again taking the input from the user. The input is integer value. So I am going to make use of next.int. Okay. Now this statement is going to return one integer value. That integer value I stored here. Okay. How that program is going to execute? Now, as I told you already, all of so many things about that thing. But in a brief, I am going to tell you. From this entry point, your method मेन मेथड इज गोइंग टू बी कॉल्ड, एज यू नो कि जावा के अंदर आपका जो क्लास लोडर है वो सबसे पहले आपके एंट्री पॉइंट को कॉल करता है, दैट इज द मेन मेथड. ओके, फ्रॉम हियर वी क्रिएट द ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ स्कैनर क्लास, वी राइट समथिंग, we we take the in some string value from the user and some integer value, and this finally I am printing the name and the phone which is entered by the user. So this is a simple program to take the input. What he is doing here, he is taking the name and phone number of the user. Okay, now finally he is printing the whatever you are entering. Okay, let's see the output of this program. Now you can able to see here. See, output is that when you compile it, how you are going to compile that thing, by writing the statement Java C and name of your class type. I am saving it with demo.java. So you are going to write here demo.java. Okay. So this is demo.java. When you compile it, then you are going to execute it by writing the statement java demo. ये सब चीज मैं आपको ऑलरेडी बता चुका हूँ. अगर आप मेरा ये वाला लेक्चर फर्स्ट टाइम देख रहे हैं तो आप प्रीवियस लेक्चर में जाकर देख सकते हैं कि हाउ टू एग्जीक्यूट, हाउ टू compile the Java programs. Okay, so the first statement is enter the name. I entered the name. Enter the phone number. I entered the phone number. Now he is printing the name and phone number. Okay, so this is one of the ways to take the input from the user. Let's see the next thing. The next thing is that, here, see, if I go back and see the description of this method, both the description of next line is same. Okay, the only difference is that it is taking one string, it is taking the complete line. So in order to understand that thing, let's see what exactly happening is. See, again I'm making use of the same program with a slight change. The change is that, see, here I am creating again I am going to create the object of that scanner class. In this scanner class constructor I am going to pass the system.in object. Then I am going to print system.out.print, enter your name. Okay, again using the reference variable of this class, I am going to call the method next method, and whatever the value returned by this method, I am storing that thing in a variable. The name of that variable is name. Okay, so यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, there is a variable name variable. इस नेम वेरिएबल में हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, जो भी वैल्यू स्कैनर आपकी स्कैनर क्लास का फर्स्ट वेरिएबल डॉट जो भी इसका नेक्स्ट मेथड रिटर्न करेगा, इट इज गोइंग टू राइट. Okay, so let's see the output. Finally, he's going to print the output. So let's see the output of this program. So what you find here, see, this is the one of the मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन जो आपको एग्जाम से पूछा जा सकता है, इंटरव्यू में पूछा जा सकता है कि आपके नेक्स्ट और नेक्स्ट लाइन में डिफरेंस है. दो फंक्शन की क्या जरूरत है जब एक फंक्शन से काम चल रहा है. लेट्स सी द डिफरेंस. See, as I told you, it simply write one token. Okay, एक token लिखता है. So when I enter the name, I compile it, I execute it by the class file name, then I enter the username. What am I entering here? Devesh.malik, not .malik, Devesh Malik with some spacing. Now, what is the output? It only printing the first token of this string, not the Malik, only Devesh. But if I replace this function with next.line in the previous program, no, whole thing is same. The only thing is that the function which we are talking about, next and next line. Let's see the output. Now, what you are finding is this is going to print the whole string, not only one token. So By looking the output, by doing this experiment, we can able to conclude that next can read the input only till the space. till the space मतलब जब तक ये स्पेस नहीं आता तब तक ये इनपुट को रीड करता है. ओके, इट कैन नॉट रीड टू वर्ड्स सेपरेटेड बाय स्पेस. ये दो वर्ड्स जो सेपरेट होते हैं स्पेस से वो उसको रीड नहीं करते. ओके, ऑल्सो ये क्या बोलता है कि नेक्स्ट प्लेस द कर्सर इन द सेम लाइन आफ्टर द रीडिंग द इनपुट. ये जो कर्सर जो भी ये फंक्शन ये जो भी कर्सर यूज करता है इट पुट द कर्सर एट द सेम प्लेस जहां पे उसने रीड करना छोड़ा. ओके, नाउ इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द नेक्स्ट लाइन, इट रीड द input including the space between the verb. That is, it read till the end of the line. जब तक आपकी लाइन खत्म नहीं होती तब तक ये रीड करेगा. ओके, once the input read, next line position the cursor is in the next line. ओके, तो आपको आई थिंक ये चीज क्लियर हो गई होगी कि आपके नेक्स्ट और नेक्स्ट लाइन में डिफरेंस क्या है. नेक्स्ट आपका एक सिंगल टोकन रीड करता है. जैसा मैंने आपको बताया कि स्कैनर क्लास आपकी स्ट्रिंग को टोकन में ब्रेक करती है. ये आपका जो नेक्स्ट फंक्शन है ये सिंपली एक टोकन रीड करेगा. और इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज दैट कि इट प्लेस द कर्सर एट द सेम लाइन आफ्टर रीडिंग द इनपुट. ठीक है, ये कर्सर सेम लाइन पे ही छोड़ देता है आफ्टर रीडिंग द इनपुट. Okay, but if we talk about the next line, it reads the complete line. Okay, he don't bother about the spacing until unless he get the next. और जैसे ये रीड खत्म करता है, it leave the cursor at the next. Okay, let's see the description or experiment of this statement that is underlined by me. So, what is the meaning of this statement? That next place the cursor in the same line after reading the input. So let's see the program very carefully. Okay, again I imported the scanner class, create the class, call the main function. In this main function I am making the object of this class scanner class. This is the reference variable, again using the same reference variable. Now taking the input from the user by using next function. You can able to see next function of scanner class. Now printing. In again next statement, I am again making the same reference variable, calling the same function and assigning the name to in another variable, assigning the value written by this function in the another variable and printing it. Let's see the output of this program. Okay, so if we talk about the output, what I am giving in the input, the input is Devesh Malik. The first statement written Devesh. Now after reading this first token, your cursor will remain at Malik. And in next statement, it not reading the same, reading this that string again. Now what he is simply assigning the value of name to with a next token which is present in the same line. तो what you can able to see, आप क्या कह सकते हैं कि you can able to see कि that your cursor will remain in the same line itself. Or in next statement, it reading the string from the next token, not from the starting. Okay, so this is all about taking the input using scanner class. Okay, now take the input from the arg array which you are passing in your main function. So always remember that you can able to take the input from the this arg array. Arg array means this array I am talking about. Okay, which I am passing in the main function. So whatever input you want to give to that array, that is possible. Okay, but always remember this is the input which you are going to be given to this main function is considered as a string only. Okay, so that's mean you can't able to assign that value to integer. So you have to convert it by using integer class method, that is integer class dot parseInt. Okay, this parsing method is going to convert your string to the integer, and simply it is printing the value of x. Now similarly another class is double. In double there is a one method pass double, in which I am passing the second argument, and x 2 is the variable which holding the value written by this method. Okay, and printing. Let's see the output. And one more thing here you have to focus कि एक whenever you are going to give the input through argument, you have to pass the variable in this statement itself. आप जब भी input देंगे through arg, then you have to pass the value at the time of execution itself. Okay, here as I told you from starting ki we are making use of this arg array for taking the input from the user. So यहाँ पे आपने क्या पास किया 12 and 3.45. If we go back to the program, यहाँ पे I am using arg0, that is the first element of your argument array. This is your second element of your argument array, which I am storing in x and x2. And finally, I am printing the value of x by using this statement, printing the value of x2 by using this statement. Now, if I see the output, the first statement is going to write 12 because I pass arg0 value as a 12 and arg1 value as a 3.45, which is a double. Okay, so this is about how to take input through arg. The only problem is that that is not according to the, you can't able to write some statement, because until unless you don't pass this value, your function is not going to work. Your main function is not going to work because the array value which you are using in the program is not present at that time. At that time he is going to give. अगर आप give error, अगर आप ये values pass नहीं करेंगे तो ये आपको क्या देगा, error देगा. Okay, now let's see a simple program for adding two numbers passing through R. Here again I am taking x as an integer. So integer class में एक function होता है parsing. So इस parsing का यूज करके, see मैंने यहाँ पे स्कैनर लिखा हुआ है, स्कैनर का भी यहाँ पे कोई यूज नहीं है. आप नहीं लिखेंगे तो आपका प्रोग्राम फिर भी चलेगा. Okay, so now I store the first value in x. How? By converting the string which is passed through this arg array, which is passed inside your main function, by writing the first argument, and that string, whatever the string present in your arg0 index, that is going to be converted into integer and get stored in x. I print the first value. The first value is x. Now similarly, I take second input from the user, that is arg1 x2. Now I print the value and finally the sum of that these two values. Let's see the output. If you look towards this output, see what I am doing here. I am compiling my code by writing java c demo.java. Then I executed by writing Java demo and the two arguments value. The first value is 2, second is 4. So first value is 2, that is written by your program. Second value is 4, that is again written by your program. Now finally the output of these two values 4 plus 2. Okay, so this is about how to take input from the user in Java. There are so many other ways also, but these are two basics. And scanner is more, much more better than in comparison to your argument, because you can't able to put the statements before, uh, because until you are not entering, you can't able to to give the input, can't able to print any statement. So using scanner class, we can able to take the input. So thanks for watching. Keep watching my videos. If you have any doubt, put those doubt in my comment box. I will definitely going to answer you